Hey, welcome to number 4. This is our 4th Zoom.
Are you going to be doing Final Cut?
Yeah, we're talking Final Cut today. Thank you, Geronimo, for interrupting my very start of the recording, but welcome. We have plenty of people in person. I would like to tell everybody here is going to be perfectly fine and not worry. So you're not if you're here in person, you are officially in the class and not getting dropped this weekend. People online who may be watching this, if you haven't checked in or done any of the assignments, I'm assuming you're going to be dropping the class. Okay. Have you gone into the Canvas yet today? Yeah, to our class app. I haven't seen your name in there yet, so that's why I'm telling you, because you're a new one that's just been added. So let me share. Oh, I got to share my screen. Come on, man. Tim, you're already messing up. Let's share the screen. Let's go over here, everybody. Let's take a look at this. And in-person people, that's fine. If you want to turn off the lights, that's fine, whatever. Okay. You don't have to turn off the lights, is what I'm saying. I think it's plenty of bright. Okay, we're gonna go into video editing right here. There's just a couple things I want to showcase. First and foremost, let's just go over this again so everyone feels comfortable. Number one, our discussions, which are worth participation points, even if you are here in class. I really recommend after our lectures, you use the opportunity to log in and type your response in about 5 minutes using the lab time so that you get, it's just my way of counting that you are participating in the course, okay? Because we have not only in person, but we have remote students who are part of this class. Again, also, if you are coming in person, there are plenty of clips and stuff that I will not expose you to in class, but I expect you to have looked at the very least. So there are elements to take a look at. Usually they're just videos of edits that I want to share. What I do want to showcase, especially to everyone in here, are these two elements right here: sci-fi editing files and horror editing files. I have uploaded 2 folders worth of content that you can download and use as your own if you do not have anything that you are currently working on. What does that mean? What does that mean is, like, most of the students here might have already shot stuff that they are editing. If you don't have anything that you are planning on shooting, or you just want some files to work on, I have some red files, which are the files that are shot from the red camera. I have some audio that can be synced and put together, and it's actually a completed film that just needs to be edited based off of you. I have a sci-fi one and I have a horror one. Now let's note that when you click in here, it says Dropbox refused to connect. Well, don't worry about that. Up here on the top, just click right here, and it's going to bring you in a folder to download. Okay. Dead Before Midnight is the name of the file. You're going to download it. You can see these are all the red files and all the waves, which are audio files that sync to it. They all have slates, and you should be able to download all of them. That is Dead Before Midnight is our sci-fi, and our horror one. Let's click on that. I just called it horror. So I wonder which one this is. If I remember, let's click in and take a look. I probably won't play a red file, huh? No, it won't play. But we can download it and pull it up. I'm pretty sure it's like in a car, is that one. Questions or comments about these files? Again, save them to your external hard drive and plug that in. Questions, comments, concerns? Also, you don't have to use either of these. They're just available to you if you want something to edit. I'm more than happy to allow you to edit anything. If you want to just go on YouTube and download a bunch of random videos and make me a montage, I've had a student do that. Basically made their own music, chose a song and just made a music video based off of the TV show You with Joe, what's his name? Anybody watch You? No? Gosh.
You.
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 You?
No,
You?
not you.
You? Like with Joe, yeah, the psycho guy on Netflix, right?
Were they talking about that show on the news? And
What?
the lady's like, me? No, you. But like she's dead.
Yeah, that's Who's On First, bro. I've seen that before. Thank you, Geronimo. Geronimo here with the classics, of course. Yeah, you could actually go to my YouTube channel, download all the videos of me, and make a video of me, if that's
Or
what
you can just cut that.
sounds like. Or you can talk to Geronimo. Geronimo has like the master archive of footage of me. He's my #1 fan, by the way, Geronimo.
I'll put it down.
Yes, Stan. Okay, Stan. All right. Okay. And if you don't like any of those, if you don't like the horror one, if you don't like the sci-fi one, you can tell, hey, Tim, do you have any rom-coms or do you have any westerns? And guess what? I have raw files of old student films that I could give you. So if you're not happy with those two ones, contact me and let me know, and I'll let you know that. Okay. Does anybody have any links or anything they want to share with the class before we get into it? I love to watch edits. Yeah.
Do you have access to last semester's classes, the shells and stuff? Like,
Yeah, I should.
can you go in and pull up what I put in?
Yes. It was last year 16, right?
Yeah.
Fall 16?
You can watch that. So I was thinking I should re-edit that one.
Yes. Okay.
Like,
It's got to be your final, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Final film.
Final film, and let's find yours. It would have been submitted, so can,
To the 3 down.
would I go to my speed grader? I think.
Ridiculous last name or something.
Yeah, let's see. All right, let's do, okay, sorry, I just gotta move that. It's bugging me. Okay. Let's just slow but surely, we'll get there.
Yes,
All
I'm
right,
gonna-
sorry, I'm showing everybody's grades. Oh, everyone did good as long as they turned them in, right? For the most part, okay.
So,
Uh,
I use 2 different softwares, but
yes.
can I import it into this one?
You can absolutely import it into this one. Now, the problem is you can take all your you can take all your raw and import it. You can take your edited piece and re-edit your edited piece, but will it come in like the files with your edits? Not necessarily. Premiere can interpret certain programs. And which program did you use? Where are you? I didn't see your name.
It's Catherine.
Yeah, I know your name, but I didn't see it. Was it?
Threw me out.
Yeah, I kicked you out, right?
You did.
I don't see you here,
Was it for
so
the discussion? It was
let's go back.
I know it. You saw it.
Yeah, I definitely watched it.
Was it for
Sorry, I'm really concerned. I'm gonna like show everybody's.
Don't look at it. No one sees it.
Okay, this doesn't have anybody's grades.
You're in it.
Is this the right semester then? Are we in the wrong semester?
It was less.
Fall last year, MCT 16.
Yeah, it was last semester.
I'm pretty sure it was last semester.
There I am. No, is it? No.
I don't see you in this one, so maybe, did you submit it in,
What was the introduction? Which one's the intro?
that was 16, which
I'm
should
just trying-
be 16. No, it's okay, we'll figure it out. It wasn't spring. Well, might as well worth a look. This
Yeah,
is-
go to people.
Oh, no, not grades, not grades.
People.
No, don't look, don't look, no. Okay, all right, people.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't know. Now I have to find it. I'm sorry.
How'd you pull yourself out? That's the craziest
I
part.
wouldn't pull myself out.
No, I'm just
I
teasing.
don't have that much power.
Yeah, right? Unless I just clicked on the same one twice. Let's try this one more time. This is, all right, let's just double check.
Apparently, I guess.
I'm pretty sure you did well in that class. Okay,
Okay, well, I can't share.
okay,
Someone else has to share.
okay, Santi's gonna share something. Where would that be?
YouTube.
YouTube? Let's do it.
I just put it to unlisted, so it's just not.
It's unlisted
I just switched it from unlisted
to public? Okay, or you could have just,
I tried to send you the link, but it said they wouldn't. I can't send it if it's unlisted.
Santa's helper, okay.
Yes. The space.
Right there? This one? That one that looks like you? Probably. All right, look, now I'm subscribed. All right.
Everyone's.
Oh, it's not up there?
Well, is it an old one?
No, I just uploaded it.
Okay. We're still looking. Okay, well, there's Santi. Everyone like and subscribe. Santi, you can't just like
No, I know.
send me it in the Discord and I'll open it in Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try. Sure.
Yeah, it's a great success so far. While we're at it, let's just look right here. Look, here you go. For those who want our production class, there you go. Little Gollum. There you go. We got. What do you mean I did you dirty? Which thumbnail should I have went with? That was a good one. Let me let me show you.
I am a grass type starter and my favorite Pokemon is Gengar.
Okay, we don't. Yeah, yeah, I like Gengar. Ghost type. Yeah, actually Hunter, but you have to evolve. Okay, I just want to showcase this special effect right here, which is pretty amazing. Oh, there you go. Oh, well, we'll see another take of it, right? He's just happy about a fart. All right. All right. Well, there you go. Look. Here you go. Santa farts in their face. That's the joke of the whole thing. Which I was so happy watching this BTS. Thought it was genius. I was like, oh, the one note I would have done. And then you guys did it. I was like happy. I was like, okay, he should taste it. That was the one that I was like, oh, he needs to be like, oh. And it was good. Sorry, I only muted it because I didn't want to hear my own voice. Here you go. Watch this again.
This is why we make movies. There's shots like.
Oh, I'm dying on the commentary. There you go. Isn't that awesome? Look. Amazing, because I can like hear the fart sound effect too. It's gonna be so good. All right. Mm-hmm.
The audio of the fart from the phone pickup.
I didn't notice that when I was listening. So I did there was one part where it was like, that was for you, Tim. I was like, oh yeah, of course that was for me. All right, Santi, I think I got that. I heard my Discord go. Oh, cool. Let's visit. All right, awesome. All right, let's make sure we have audio for this and let's check this out. Kind of stepped on you, sorry. Awesome. That's great. Okay. So this is an edit for the class. This is really a good example of something that I think is a finished edit or a refined edit. Of course, I have some constructive criticism because I wouldn't be a teacher if I wasn't. But first and foremost, what did y'all think? Is there anyone on Zoom to comment? Are we even recording on Zoom still? Yes, I think so. Oh, here. No one. I'm the only one on Zoom. Okay, we're recording so no one at home can say. But
Well, but I watched it again.
yeah, watch it again. But if you like commenting, but you're here in class. So what did you think of that? What worked, what didn't work?
Well, I thought that it was interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it was very calming.
Very what?
Calm. It's
Calming? Yes.
Calm, like.
Santi, I know you're mute.
Almost jazz, like with the background. No, it wasn't like, you could tell what's going on with the pictures. It could have went like comical and had a different whole feeling.
Would have made it feel different, right?
Would have made it feel a lot different.
So Santi, I know you're a musician. Did you make that beat or yeah, so you made that beat. Cool. Awesome beat. And yeah, really kind of chill and like the flow.
I wanted it to be like not the vibe of the movie, but more the vibe of the set.
Yeah.
The set's always been just super chill. So
I get that because you could have gone like bells and
Yeah.
like Christmas or slide whistles and made it wacky. No, what were you thinking?
Yeah, the music felt very much like how we were on set, which was everything was like very lighthearted and like full of air.
And again, those of you who are just in the editing class and haven't taken the production class, we shot this on Friday. So it's not an edited piece. This is the behind the scenes. I do commentary tracks on behind the scenes. If you're interested in taking the production class, we can add you up until Friday. So we're filming again. We film another movie on Friday. So we film every single week except for spring break maybe, and we might even film something then. So if you haven't taken the film class, talk to me after class, or if you're interested, we're happily add you. It's an awesome course. Meets Thursdays and Fridays. And if you can't make it, you can take it online, but it's much better in person, I think. All right. Any other notes on the edit from Santi? I want to hear constructive criticism. What did you think? And saying I liked it is a perfectly fine comment.
I liked it.
Well, thank you. I'm not asking you. Thank you. Good job, Santi. Anybody else have any notes or something they want to say? Now I'm going to start asking you all to start talking about edits more as we go on. Yeah, Isabel.
I like how dynamic the movement of the camera was, especially going between behind the scenes shots, especially splicing in a little bit of like makeup, hair, and stuff like that. Really just brought together like all the parts of production.
Yeah, that's really great, capturing what's going on the set and off the set, and really, the whole thing's the set. But yeah, good job. A good representation in a minute and a half. Yeah, Alex.
I like the lighting that you use because you have like a laid back song playing in the background, and then you use like a warmer lighting, so it's like a more chill, warm vibe throughout the whole video.
So my question is, yeah, definitely we have the lighting on the set versus the lighting in the room. Is this color temperature a choice on your part, or was it just the white balance of yeah, so different colored temperature lighting in the different rooms, but it's still like, I really like the orange parts, right? Like it really made it feel like, hey, we're in somewhere different, right? And it worked really well. I do think that like a lot of your shots are really dynamic, and I like the camera. It looks very pretty. And what I don't know if any of you noticed, but Santi was doing dynamic editing. Who knows what dynamic editing means? You don't even know it, but you were doing it. So
Is that when you go in and out?
in and out. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Let's turn off my Teams. Okay, dynamic editing specifically refers to editing done with audio and video combined. So the edits refer to he's cutting to the beats of the music. It's not every single beat, it's not every single other beat, but when he does make the edits, it's on a beat of the music. So we can hear when we'll watch it one more time, just so you pay attention to watch when the edits happen. And this is something, especially music videos, or even if you can cut so that the music and the video align on your edits, it's going to help hide your edits more. And what we want as editors is to make our edits kind of more seamless. And what does that mean? That means that like we don't notice where it is. But someone like me, when I'm watching this, I was watching every single one of your edits, waiting to see if they landed all on the beats or if you had a couple that were off beat. This is something that is a more advanced editor's note, is something that it takes a while to learn. So this is a good example. Let's watch it one more time since it's a minute and a half, and just note when the beats are. I'll do a little hand gesture just in case. Oh, what is that? No, thank you. So here are the beats. Cut. See? Cut. Right there. There. Yeah, you can, and with once you get a more dynamic song, you can use the different beats to make the different edits, and they help hide it. 20 minutes cut down to a minute and a half. Yeah. No audio at all. Yeah. Well, you make a music video type of a thing out of this. Now, that would have been my one critique, is like, even if you're making a music video, I would have liked to hear some what is called nat sound. So you could even have the music up and we just hear like, just the ambience in the background, just like, hey, cut, like that would have been something fun to put in, like quiet on the set, like elements there that just would have made it more full of life. And like, this is a good music video. It's a good vibe piece, but yeah, it just gives it more life if you have the nat audio that you can put to it. Thank you for sharing it. I'm very, very happy with that piece. So good job. All right. Any other share? Okay, let's get into it. I have to look at Final Cut Pro. Okay. All right, Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro. Yeah, logged out. You have to re-log in. It falls asleep. Great. stuff. Okay, Final Cut Pro is this icon right here. It looks like a slate. I'm going to click on that. We're going to open up Final Cut X, which is the Final Cut Pro editor. It's going to look something like this when you get in there. We'll wait for everyone to jump on. It looks like this little icon right here, Final Cut Pro. Looks like a slate. You should all have it on your computers. And Isabella, I don't think you need to put your G number in. So there we go. Exciting. Hopefully it doesn't make it so you want that. Okay, I don't care what editing system you use. I have no preference. I'm not going to be upset if you prefer Final Cut X. It's just apples and oranges. It's the $300 program that you buy one time and you never have to buy it again. Only for Apple computers. That's the issue. If you are a PC editor, huh?
Don't they have a cheaper version that's free?
They have, so the free version that comes with Mac is called iMovie. And so iMovie's similar, but it's like, it's the difference between like buying a camera that's like a $300 camera versus like a $2,000 camera, right? You're both capturing images, but you're limited in how much information you have, how much audio you can input, all those things. That is basically the separation between consumer and prosumer. All right, so we're gonna go in this, and let's just talk about. I'm gonna just do basically an introduction. I'm gonna be a talking weird day, I feel like. Let me get my external hard drive I need to plug in. We're gonna just kind of introduce you to, like I did with my first lesson with Premiere, and kind of let you know where everything is located in this this program. And again, reminder, I'm like a 10,000 hour Premiere user. I was formerly a Final Cut editor before that, but then when Final Cut X came around, I stopped using it quite as much. All right, let's just get out of there. Okay, we are going to go from here. So first thing first, we're going to say File, New Project. Okay, and that's going to allow us to name our project. And we can choose all of our, we can hit custom settings and choose what's our video base. This is like where we decided what our sequence is going to be. Here's our resolution. Are we going to work in 4K or SD? Here's our frame rate. Again, we talked all about frame rates there. And our rendering, if we're going to use 442, these are all Apple codecs, which you can bring in or based off of how you're pulling it in. Okay, color space, audio, stereo, all of that. So I'm going to name my, well, I'm going to name it Gav Lesson _lesson. And we're going to say, okay, well, guess what? I already did that. So now it pops up here. Now we have a project started that's right here. Number one feature that Grant will tell you, or any Final Cut editor will tell you, this bad boy is going to auto save all the time. So the Apple S, don't worry about it. It's auto saving constantly. Also, it has a hard time losing media. I also want to point out one thing that I have always assumed is a big lie. Grant has told me Final Cut X has never crashed on him, not once. And I'm here to report I use this program and I've crashed it. So maybe it's me. Maybe Grant just knows how to use it better than I, but I like to push the limits. So let's start by looking at the windows. You can see this is the project window. Here, we're only going to see one program. It acts as the preview and program monitor. The inspector here will tell us once we have stuff, I'll showcase what the inspector does. But then down here at the bottom, we can see that this is what would be our sequence or our timeline. And you can see the red is the playhead right there. Okay, let's start by importing. I'm going to go File, and I'm going to import media. What's notable too is like we can go File, Import, Final Cut Pro for iPad project, iMovie. You can import different things, and in fact, you can even import a Premiere project, but it's not. It doesn't. It's never one for one. It always crashes, and also Premiere can bring in a Final Cut movie. But I always say, whatever you started in, finish it there, because it's never going to import correctly, and it's going to like have missing media because the two don't talk specifically to each other. So let's import media. So just like our other window, this one gives us more of a sense of like, look, it's going into my hard drive, my external hard drive, and it's finding a bunch of media here. And as we can see, it's found like a bunch of the behind the scenes stuff that I had. Oh, see, look, spinning ball of death right there. Let's just give it a second because I think it's looking for everything. So we can add it to our existing event, which is the date. Notably, copy to library. This is important to note. So whereas Premiere, here's the thing to note. Whereas Premiere brings your or makes references to where your files live, Final Cut will actually copy your files and move it to wherever your root directory is. So what does that mean? That means that if I open up a Final Cut project, I import a bunch of media, and then I never connect that hard drive again, once it's copied, everything will live on your computer. Why is that good? Why is that bad? Well, if I have a laptop, then I always have my media. I don't need my hard drive. Why is that bad? File space, yes. So that's probably how I've crashed things, is I'm always working on limited amount of space. So let's go through and see. I have all this media.
Have you ever been like towards the end of the project? and then the crash?
Santi, I have been towards the end of many projects and have them crash on me. And I lived in an era where I'm working, I literally used Final Cut 1, was like, Final Cut 1 was that, so X is 10, Premiere is like every year. And this was before like autosave features, before time machine features. I have lost, I think I've lost full projects just from file corruption, hard drive failure, computer failure, like deleted, like the hard drive died. I had to send it to try to get saved, and they're just like, sorry. Yeah, the hard drive died. So yeah, hard drive died. There was no cloud back then. I was messed up. Okay. Again, if you're in class and you run into an error or need me to help it anyway, let me know, shout it out. I'm happy to help. All right. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to just click, and I'm going to just click some of these selected ones, right? So it's bringing in all videos right here. It's photos, but I can say all clips. This is concerning me that it's going much slow. Oh, look, there's my daughter. All right, let's do video. Premiere's closed, so it shouldn't be that, but let's just pull in some clips. Worked a lot better when I played with it last night, so let's go. Probably because it's zooming at the same time. We're just gonna import some clips and we'll go from there. Okay, great. It keeps thinking. Copy, balance, find people, transcode. All right, patient. I am not a patient person, so sorry. Especially since the computers you're running is a lot slower than the computer I'm running right now. So I can only imagine what the school computers look like, but I just want to take one free, see. I swear I'm not trying to be biased, but all of these clips are like trying to allow me to preview it, because all of these clips you can scrub through and like look at what's in them. Watch, like, oh, there's Noah bending over. All right, I'm just going to import selected and let's see what happens. Because I'm going to show a different way to do it. Okay. Okay, cool. It imported, I don't know, I selected these three, but cool. All right. So basically we already have access to all of these clips. Oh no, it's one clip. Look, and it's showing us everything in this one clip. So let's click and drag. It's okay. Okay. There's our inspector over there now, pops up. Let's minimize my head. Okay. Okay. Click and drag this. It's a real bummer it's going this slow, but all right. We can click and drag this onto our timeline. It's probably because it's processing in the background. This is all of a 3-minute clip. But just like anything, I'll say it again, you want to skin a cat, we could also drag and drop into our project, which is going very slow. So I'm just going to work to have patience, calm my zen, and wait for things and just close things in the background and see if these will help. Yeah, right? Yes, you gotta love it. Gotta love it. Hello, hard drive, wake up. Wake up.
It's the hardest thing with sharing files with people. Is if you try to bounce it back and forth, and they work with your track, it's like, oh, I don't have that plugin that you use on the snares.
Oh, you gotta love plugins.
We didn't use the same one, dude. It's like, hey, by the way, can't open this one. You listen to the whole track except the kick.
It's just a snare.
Hey, you don't think we use the kick control? You can't use that right now.
Are you playing in Final Cut right now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah.
Oh, I
Not
like
stupid.
something
We're
stupid. You're
learning.
playing with the text. That's great. Love something. Happy with something stupid. Okay. Feel free to click through while we're waiting on my machine. I'm happy to it. Okay. Like anything, we can go ahead and bring things into this. We can click and drag and it'll import. It'll tell me, okay, let's continue to import. And now it's bringing in a bunch of different clips as well as audio. Here's what audio looks like. There's a ceiling fan. Ceiling fan, what sound effect? It's importing right now. That's what's working in the background, okay? But look, we've already started to make our edits here on the timeline, which we can do by, you can click and drag and drop it down or bring it in here. We can see our synced audio. We can trim our audio off. We can solo the audio. We can turn snapping on and off right here. This has changed the appearance of the clips in the timeline. So if you don't like this, like I don't, we can make it look like that. That's no video, that's audio. You know, so you can make them bigger or smaller based off of whatever. Personally, I'm more this type of editor myself because I feel like it eats up more RAM, but we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the playhead all the way through. Let's remind me if I can't move this down. Okay, great. All right. Again, like anything, we fit to size. You can also change the size here. This will allow you to zoom in. Now you're only zooming in on the display. You're not zooming in the actual image. So sometimes I want to zoom in just to check out something. I'll do that sometimes, but also we can like change the views. This will allow us a whole bunch of different opportunities based off of your media and stuff to play with. We can see our saturation level. We can do Luma. Which look, we see some zebra stripes here, which are telling us what is peaking. We can open up our video scopes. This will tell us our coloring, right? So the video scopes, again, just like Premiere, we can click and drag the windows. So it's bigger if we want to. The video scopes tell us what is bright or what's not. We can get into our color balance that way, which we'll talk about in the future, more color balancing. But really, let's go ahead and make our clips together. And we're going to go through here and see. You can see we have audio, we have video, but I want to go down and take another. I have one clip right now. Okay, let's grab some more clips. Huh, Grant. Yeah, okay, Grant has famously said that you don't need the red plugin, but it looks like the red files aren't coming in. So might need a plugin, but we'll work with something that's not red just for today. What do I want to work with? How about all right. Let's grab a couple more clips just for funsies. All right, and let's get Braulio getting farted on, okay? One more. Just clicking and dragging. Okay, here we go. So I want to we can change the grids or how it's set up. Look, how we're watching all of our histograms here, or I'm just going to turn off my scopes because I don't want them right now. Again, our preview takes over as we're over here where we're trying to find our in and out points. Again, I and O are going to be the same hotkeys. So look, I'm going through this clip and I'm saying, this is the part I specifically want, is I want him getting hit with I want to go from here to there. All right. Now I can click and drag this down onto my timeline. Now what's interesting is I can put it up here and of course it becomes dominant on top or the bottom, or I can click and drag and put it here and it'll snap it to the front of the clip. It's a newer one. So if I put it on top, it's going to be dominant because it's video. It's also the audio and video linked together. Now, remember, audio layers on top of each other. So if you put more and more audio, you can layer it. But if you put video on top, whatever dominant is going to be on top, unless you're working with video that has it has some opacity to it. And opacity is the term that deals with transparency, right? And we can, here's a great example. Okay, here's Braulio's face right here, okay? We're all looking right there, okay? Looks good? All right. Now, in our inspector is how we can control our clip. So one thing that we're gonna look for is like, let's look at crop. Let's say, let's show our crop. Oh, maybe it's transform. I want to see. Let's show. Okay, show, transform, and scale. So what we could do is scale in so that it's way more in his face right there. And we can actually go to the position and change the position of the whole clip. Let me see. Can I keyframe it or can I? Oh, here we go. Oh, look, we can actually like make them wider or smaller. And then let's do 100. Okay. Let's do 1,000. Want to give him a teardrop? Okay. Okay. So then I'm going the opposite. So I want to go minus 500. There we go. All right. We got Braulio's face. Kind of looking Drew McIntyre-ish right here. No. But okay, from here, so that's messing with scale. Again, a lot of these things we'll talk about more when we do more Premiere stuff, but these are like animated special effects that you could do basically in here. All right, let's hide crop for right now, but let's talk about, since we're talking about opacity, which is right here. Watch what happens. Opacity is at 100% right now. That means that it's not opaque at all. 100% means you're full. The image is full. But what happens if I scale it down to 50 and we hit spacebar? You can see that we can see both images on top of each other, right? Look, we're seeing the TV right here. Oh, wait, it cut off. Okay, there we go. Okay. So Braulio is the dominant, but we're seeing the TV that's behind there, right? And even if I go more, we can do something like that. And now this face is basically two images layered on top of each other. I'm sure we've all seen this done before. This is a layering effect using transparent video on top or an opaque video on top. Now, the thing that I want to point out is this is fun. You could do this, you can keyframe it. So a keyframe is where you do a starting point and an ending point. Who can tell me what you, if we do this effect, and I'm going to keyframe it right here. And so a keyframe, you can see there's a little dot right here. I talked about this last time, a keyframe with our audio. But let's do a keyframe here. Let's make it full here. And all the way gone there, okay? Did we see that? So using the keyframe, going from 100% to 0%, what did I just create?
Yeah, I can relate to that. I can still.
A fade? What's the editing term? It's a type of crossfade, yes. Starts with a D, ends with a dissolve. A dissolve, we made a dissolve, right? Okay, so a dissolve, also a crossfade, depending on that, Premiere calls it, crossfade's more like audio technically, but yeah, crossfade or a dissolve, either one works. Excellent term, I was looking for dissolve myself. But so essentially, we got in here and made our own dissolve, and that's a type of transition. Now, I want to tell you, since let's talk about editing and the fundamentals of editing, anything not to talk about Final Cut. Why would you use a dissolve? What, if you're watching a film and this dissolve happens, if we're watching my film right here, which is the elves, what does that say to us as movie viewers? A jump in time. Anybody else? Transition to something else. Yeah, that's all of our transitions will be transitions from one thing to another. But yes, a time jump, a dissolve traditionally represents a change in time. So a dissolve like that, if you watch a movie, you'll see a dissolve that goes from one time period to another. That could be, yeah, a dissolve to a flashback. It could be a back in time. It could be forward in time. It's not always the case. Who can tell me what like a straight cut is called? I kind of just said it. It's a cut. A straight cut or like an L or a J cut, which is a type of cut that's just an edit. Like, let's do this. Let's scrub here. If I just made an edit like this, where it's two clips right next to each other with no transitional device, that's a straight cut, AKA a jump cut. We're editing from one to another. Now, a jump cut has a negative connotation to it. Why is that? It can be jarring. It can be, yeah, like, look, we jump from one location to another without really a transition. Sometimes it's not necessary. If you watch television or movies, 95% of all edits are straight edits, or a jump cut more references that it's a obvious edit. So the most obvious jump cuts, and I think the most ones I recommend to avoid, is like when you're doing something and you're interviewing the same person. And it just, have you ever seen an interview when they cut, there's nothing to cover the interview. It's just the person talking, it jumps. It's so obvious that there's nothing, it's just the edits are obvious. And our goal is to hide our edits. So the way that we hide something like that is we use cover video. We cut to a different angle. We cut to a wider angle, right? Like the way that it works in movies is you'll go from a close-up to the wide shot. And that's actually just a straight edit that doesn't feel that awkward, because we're using that term. Okay, but I'm getting more into that. Does that make sense? Yes, yes, yes. If it doesn't, please shout out. Makes sense to you? Great. You an editor? You watch videos though, right? So you could be an editor. Anybody who watches content should know, or at least now after this class, you'll watch stuff. I'm sure Jeremiah, great. Why did I doubt myself? Jeremiah, I'm sure after editing Minecraft videos, anytime you watch a Minecraft video now, it's more enjoyable or less enjoyable. Depends on the video, because you can tell what's good and bad because you've made your own, right? And that's the goal of taking the editing class, is now you're going to be you're going to be a much more discerning content consumer, because after making something your own, you're going to be a lot more angry at something bad that could be good. The worst thing is watching something and this could be good, but they didn't spend the time to do X, Y, or Z, or I could have made this better. That's something. And really, it not ruins, but it makes my viewing, the way I watch things are different. It's like the amount of training and studying of movies that I have done, not to humble brag, but this is kind of the focus of my life. I watch movies differently, especially like spoiler stuff, because it's rare that I get got. Like, just knowing story structure and knowing filming and I have been spoiled in a movie just by the camera angle. Like, oh, they're shooting this one character at a different angle than anyone else. This must be the secret villain of the end of the movie. And yeah, that's usually the case. It's like 5 minutes into something and I'm like, I think I know the bad guy, but that's not a good movie. It shouldn't be about the result. It should be about the experience, right? And that's why you can watch something that has a major spoiler and then watch it again and be like, still a good movie. That's the goal. Okay. Other things about Premiere. I just want to note, we're just looking at the basic thing, but you can see the scrubbing it's much more deliberate here. And let's talk about, let's go into, I want to go, look, all right. Let's see, what do I want to bring in? So as we can see, our untitled right here is actually kind of the main Final Cut file. And then all the projects come into here or come into dates, and then will come into different organizational. So you can import, it's going to bring in different areas into our main project, which is right here. We can see the different clips too that are on the timeline, so we can jump through and find it easier. What else do I want to showcase right now? Again, we can change the speed, we can rewind, we can jump cut the markers. Here's some, let's look into their color balance. Let's go here. Let's get into here. Let's balance color. It's got some, where's our match color? Okay, match colors that we're going to choose. Hello. We're going to choose different areas that we can match the color. We can skip to the frame we want and match the preview. That's, let's say cancel. All right. We can hide the color inspector, which would be over here. We can enhance our audio, match our audio. These are all like automated enhancements, right? And we can see that our audio and our video is all right here. Let's look into our stabilization. Allows you to stabilize your clips. What do I want to showcase? Again, we can adjust our audio and break it down. That way we can expand everything into here. Oop, that's a keyword search. I'm clicked on the wrong part. Okay. Modify. I want to. Just a couple more things. Again, we can pull down our audio clips separately. We can adjust our audio accordingly, including our volume. What's fun is we can even like filter through what we can search for. Okay, this is Final Cut. Questions, comments, concerns. I just wanted to do introduction today. Basically, everything that all the concepts that we're looking at, we're going to talk about. Yes.
So I actually zoom really close to my timeline. How do I zoom out?
Zoom into the timeline. Yes. Yes. Here, hold on one second. I do know that. Sorry. Let me just. One second. Why isn't it? Okay, I wanted to do that. Yes, it keeps doing that. Okay, there we go. Let me just. Okay. Okay, it's command plus and minus. It's, well, maybe it is. What did I do? Okay, you have to be on the window. Okay, yeah. Command plus and minus. I was used to my hotkeys. And in fact, what's interesting is if you like your Premiere hotkeys, you can import the hotkeys from Premiere. So you can switch all the hotkeys because like I said, apples and oranges. Did that work, Jeremiah? Okay, great. Sorry, I was like, why is it not working? But then also you have to be clicked on the actual window. Any other questions or comments? We're going to end it here. We're just going to play around. I'm going to walk around. You can all play around with this. Looks like you're messing around with our graphics. It's got some cool, this has some really cool built-in graphics that are fun to play with. Okay. I'm going to walk around. We're going to go into lab. You could ask me questions and I'll walk around and play around with all of this. But I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to stop the record for today. Again, download the stuff, but in class, we're going to play around with this. So stop the record.